What's up everyone, welcome back to another video. And now today we're going to be playing Southern Mudding. Well, I guess not playing technically. We're going to be going over 10 things players want in Southern Mudding. So if you guys are excited, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe, and let's get into it. So I think we should take the Camaro because we have the Ford Raptor 6x6 and the G-Wagon 6x6 right here. They're pretty luxurious and expensive, so we're not going to take that right now. We're going to take the fast car, which is going to be my Camaro. So let me hop in, let me get this thing turned on, and let's go over the 10 things people want added in Southern Mudding. And also this is also going to apply to APM, so it's going to be like a mix of Southern Mudding and APM. But anyways, so for our first one, people want to see more wildlife, and the reason people want to see more wildlife is because there really isn't too many things going on in nature. Like how I said, the same goes with APM. There really isn't any animals. I mean, well, there is technically, there is cows at the farm, but they don't move, they just stay still. So people want more wildlife, whether it's animals in the ocean or they want deer in the wildlife. People want to see more of that sort of stuff in both games, but I would say more in APM. But speaking about wildlife, people want more boats, and they even want the ability to fish. So for example, you cannot use the boats in Southern Mudding because it just doesn't work. I tried using the boats, but yeah, it completely does not work. In APM, American Plains Mudding, people want to fish and new boats, which I say it would apply to this game as well. Seeing this possibility could be an amazing update to both games, and I definitely would want to see that. I would probably roleplay that for a couple of videos. But that is going to be our second one of the video. So let's move on to our third one, and the third one is going to be damage. Now people want to have this option where they can turn it on and off, and let's say if a car crashes into a tree, the entire car would receive some type of damage. It would make it / give it a real and more realistic style, and people want this in both games because people just enjoy the realism, especially if they are already role-playing in either an APM or Southern Mudding. The reason it would be an option is because sometimes these effects could definitely add some lag to the game, and not everyone has a good PC or a good device, which would prevent some people to play the game without any lag, which is why some people would want that option to turn it on or off. But next up, on our fourth number, it is going to be rescue cars. People want to see more rescue vehicles in Southern Mudding because there really isn't any vehicles that kind of resemble that. We have this, but I really wouldn't count this as a rescue vehicle. So people want to see something like a fire truck or DOT vehicles because there really isn't anything that we could use as a rescue vehicle or roleplay. Because let me actually show you guys. All right, for example, as you can see, there is an entire fire department in not APM, Southern Mudding, but we cannot or have the ability to use fire trucks. So it doesn't make any sense that this game wouldn't have any of that stuff. Look, there's even equipment. Look, there's fire extinguishers, even party hats. So we just need the fire trucks. Oh, there's even a little office. I've actually never been here. Oh, there's even bunk beds. Can I sleep on them? Oh, actually no, I can't. What's in here? Oh, this is the main office. Oh, I like the American flag. But yeah, that is going to be our number 4. We want to see rescue cars added to Southern Mudding. Now number 5 is going to be a little bit surprising because you can't actually use it, and by what I mean is that you cannot use certain vehicles in Southern Mudding. For example, if we take out this machine right here, let me just quickly spawn it in, and we cannot use this machine. So if we actually hop in, look, there is nothing. We cannot use this thing. So these are the controls for the machine, but not a single one where we can actually use this thing. Look, this thing does not work. We can just drive it around. But if we can get an update where we could use these machineries, these huge machines, that would be a W update, because that would actually help us roleplay and create some stuff, maybe even some roads. And before I do move on, we also want the ability to dig up sand, dirt, or even gravel, because we cannot do this in this game. I know we can do it in APM, but in Southern Mud you cannot do any of the stuff, which kind of sucks. It's a really one of my favorite features that we can do in APM, but still hasn't been added to Southern Mudding. Let me quickly spawn my Camaro and let's move on. All right, so number 6 is going to be a little bit niched, right? It's not too much of a problem, but when it snows, either in APM or Southern Mudding, we don't get that much snow. We only get like little pieces of snow here and there, but we want the entire road to be covered with snow. So we could use machines like this, because what's the point of having these huge machines if we cannot use them? We want to use them. So imagine how satisfying it would be to have the entire road covered with snow and we would just be plowing it with this huge machine. I think that would be pretty sick. So this one's not too big. If they could add this in Southern Mudding or APM, that would be a W update as well. Maybe they can even add it by next winter. That would be pretty cool. But number 7 is going to be a little bit like number 1, and number 1 is about wildlife. Now imagine imagine if we can add hunting to either APM or southern mudding. Now we're talking. That would be a crazy update. I don't know if APM would ever have something like that, but that would be insane. But the reason I say that is because APM doesn't have any guns, but in southern mudding they do have weapons. And if you didn't know, you can actually grab them at the police station. Let me actually go over there and show you guys. Alrighty everyone, we are here at the police station. Let me show you guys where the guns are. And a lot of people do not know this, so I'm gonna show you guys right now. So let me open the doors and look at this. We have a rifle, we have a pistol, and we have other accessories, which we're not gonna check it right now. So this is going to be the rifle. Let me just shoot it. Oh my goodness, this is crazy. And then we have the pistol. This is the Glock. I think this is a Glock 19 or something. But imagine they add rifles. Now we can go hunting. So that is going to be number 7. If they could add hunting on top of wildlife, dude, I think it's a game over. This game is gonna change for the good, and so many players are gonna be happy. But number 8, we are now gonna go over campers and RVs. So there really isn't any campers or RVs in this game, and RVs, of course, we also want them. That is something that I went over in my last update. But if we come over here to the trailer store and go inside, you're gonna be able to see that there is only 1 and 2 trailers in the game, and they're not even that good. Apparently there was another trailer that was added early on to the game, but I wasn't playing around that time, so I missed it. But anyways, this is the camper right here. Let me just quickly open this thing, and ooh, it's actually pretty nice, I'm not gonna lie. And it's pretty huge. It's like double the size. But yeah, if they can add more campers to the game, dude, that would be amazing, because there's only like 2 in the game. And that would go the same with APM. I would also want to see more campers added to the game. But next up is going to be for number 9, just to make sure we're not confused like last time. But for number 9, we're gonna want more camping spots. There really isn't any camping spots in southern mudding unless you go to one of these small locations, which kind of suck. I'm not gonna lie, they're not the best. You literally just get one of these parkings and you just, oh, this is kind of boring. Yeah, that's pretty much all you do. Oh, there's actually a barbecue. Yo, that's pretty sick. I might actually have to do a video on that. On the barbecue. Anyways, this is what I kind of want in southern mudding. There really isn't any spots, because if you actually go down the map, there is 0 camping spots. So if they could add that and maybe even some campers here and there, dude, that's progress right there. That's gonna be a W. And for the last one, it's going to be pretty small, but for this one I'm gonna have to switch vehicles because I kind of have to show you guys. So let me spawn in a random vehicle. Maybe this one. No, I have the windows all tinted. I want a vehicle without the tinted windows. All right, I think this should be good. All right, so what people want to see in APM and southern mudding is they want to see these mirrors work. So either this mirror, the side mirrors, or all of these mirrors work, because you cannot, they don't work at all. So when you try to back up, you literally cannot see anything. So let me actually show you guys an example. Let's use this spot as an example. Let's say I want to park into this spot and I want to back up. I cannot see anything behind me. Like I don't even know if I'm parking in right, but since I'm the best at this game, I think I am really good. Let's see how good I parked, and oh my goodness, I was way off and crooked. Oh my goodness, that is actually horrendous. So if they could add functioning side mirrors and rear mirrors, that would be a W to both games, because it's hard to drive in first person and not be able to use any of those. But that is going to be a top 10 list of what we want in southern mudding and APM. So if you guys want to add something to the list, let me know, add it to the comments, and I might even make a part 3. So if you guys did enjoy, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on to the next one. Peace.